Hey YouTube, what's going on? Back with a little video here. Should be a quick one. So I put the snow diorama on hold. Not really feeling the progress of that. It's really hard to model snow. So anyway, so I went ahead and made a couple of these. This is it's like 15 inches by 9 inches, and it's basically pretty small. Over here we just have a little dirt trail. We have a tree. We have our paved road, and then we have a little pull off here with a rock wall behind it that runs all the way across. And then there's another dirt trail up at the top of the rock wall. You could use that for a camping scene or whatever. But I made two of them because I am selling one of them, and it's currently listed if you guys are interested. Let me pull it up here. So I started it on Sunday, so it's going to run to Sunday. So there's your item number. Has 4 days, 16 hours left, and there's 8 bids, $13.50. Shipping is $20. Shipping these is really tough, and there are some caveats to it. So if you do go to bid on it, read the description before you bid, because the one that you're getting is not exactly the one in the pictures, but it's basically the same thing. It's just that no two of these are identical because they're handmade, but the general layout is the same and the level of detail and quality is the same. They were made side by side simultaneously, so pretty much everything you see here as far as the consistency, the texture of the dirt, the texture of the asphalt, all of those things, the color of the asphalt, all of that's going to be identical. The trees are going to be pretty similar, but that's the big caveat to it is that it's going to ship with the trees detached. So you're going to have to put the trees on the board, and I'm doing it that way to prevent damage. So, but it's really easy to install the trees. A couple of the trees that you get are going to be like this one, where you don't even really have to install it. You can just set it down because it has roots. So you'll get at least one, but I think I'm going to do two. I think, let me see, because if it's in the description that it's two, then I have to do two. But if it is, I know for sure I'm going to do one. Okay. There will be some assembly required. Buyer will need to attach the trees. It will ship with the trees detached in order to prevent damage. Also, the die cast that's in the pictures, they're not included. So yeah, it'll be at least one of these wire trees, maybe two, but you'll get at least one. The wire trees make a really big difference, but you're going to get an assortment of 3 or 4 of these seafoam trees, which is like this one here and those smaller ones there. But you'll get at least one wire tree for this back spot here, and then you'll get some other trees to put wherever you want. You can put the wire tree somewhere else if you want it somewhere else, but trees are pretty expensive. So if you go to eBay and you look up HO scale model railroad trees, any trees that you find that have this level of detail are probably going to be around $20 a piece, maybe more in some cases. These trees came out really nice. They have a ton of detail. They have a lot of contrast, and they look really, really good. So even the smaller seafoam trees came out really nice. These knock leaves make all the difference on those. So if you're interested, go ahead and go to eBay, place some bids. I don't anticipate it going for more than $100. I suppose it could. You never know with these. I've had some that I didn't think would go for maybe 90 to 100 that end up going for 200, and then I've sold a couple that I thought would go for around 150 that sell for 80 to 90. So it's a range. I think it could sell anywhere from 70 to 140, and it's just going to depend on how bad people want it. But the level of detail and the level of quality is pretty high, so you never know what could happen. I mean, here's some of the ground detail with the dirt and static grass. There's a lot that goes into it, painting the dirt, weathering it, and all of that is after you apply it. Then you have to apply the leaves. You have to glue those down. And then the road, I left the road a little bit more basic. I didn't really do any weathering to the roads on these. I thought they looked pretty good as they are here, which this is just the AK Trains asphalt with a just a gray wash, and it's a light wash at that. In fact, this is the only paved road that I've done where the sparkles in the asphalt show through the wash. I don't know if the camera will pick any of them up, but this asphalt material, it looks just like asphalt, like it has little sparkles. I don't know what it is, if it's glass or what. But with all the roads I've done, I either wash them gray or I paint over it to give it an older look because it's super black. And so none of the sparkles have ever come through. So anyways, it's a cool little diorama if you're looking for something to display your die cast or to photograph your die cast. It'll fit nicely on a bookshelf or a floating shelf. And there's a lot of stuff that you could do to it to add to it if you wanted to. You could add telephone poles, street signs, you could add accessories, jersey barriers. Basically, your limit is your imagination. So just wanted to show you the latest diorama and also the latest Ford pickup. Actually, this is not the latest. This is an older Greenlight release with some modifications. Man, I have to get this thing pulled over. I want to see this. All right, well, there you go. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and I'll probably take a little bit of time off of the dioramas. I've made 3 of them in the last, or no, 4. I've made 4 of them in the last 6 weeks. So 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm content for now. But then what happens is I'll stop, I'll put everything away, and then a month or 2 will go by, and then I start, it's like creative juices kind of start flowing. So I'll keep you posted on the next one, and I'll keep you guys posted if I get any new die casts. There are some releases coming out that I want to grab, so. But until the next video, you all take care, and I'll holler at the next one.